Okay, is that better? Can y'all hear me now? I'm going to give a few minutes to see if y'all can hear me, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So I want to welcome everybody in. I was saying it a while ago, but I think my mic was off and I hadn't turned it on. So anyway, as I was saying, good morning, Marlene and Margie. Thank you, Jennifer, for being here. And I'm going to give everybody a few more minutes to filter in. That's the reason. Hey, Carmina, good to see you. I like to give people a few minutes to kind of filter in. So let me turn my volume down here. I don't need that feedback. I like to give y'all a few minutes for everybody to get in before I actually start my project. So, hey Kathy, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing good. I so hope you're doing good. I so enjoyed hearing your voice on the phone when you left me the message, and I do want to get back with you. When I get a moment, I'm going to give you a call, and maybe we'll get to catch up for a minute or two. Life is just busy here. It has been so busy lately. I want to let y'all know I did put a video up Monday, and I just realized when I went in to start my live that it did not go up because brain dead me forgot to make it go live. It's sitting in there saying it's unlisted. Well, when it's unlisted, nobody sees it but me. So it's a really cute card, and I think everybody will really enjoy it. So hopefully I will turn that on either tomorrow or Friday. I figure no need to turn it on now because it would interfere with my live. So, and I was real excited about my live. I wanted y'all to see what was going on today, and I'm so excited with what I've got to show y'all. I think what I might do, I do want to go over a few little announcements, and I know sometimes people get maybe a little impatient with me when I have to do my announcements, but it is part of my job, and I'm going to go ahead and transition y'all down to my craft table like this, and there's that beautiful little catalog that I like to show y'all. What I'm going to be working with today is the potted geraniums. I did not know what I was going to do yesterday, and late yesterday evening I just said potted geraniums. I had not worked with this one. I've had it, but I have not worked with it, so I thought this will be a great time for me to pull this out and for us to play with it. I'm also going to be playing with the split card texture dies. These are so stinking cute, and we're going to be using this one right here. And I have stuff cut for 2 cards. I don't know if we'll have time to get to both of them, but hopefully we will. The other thing that I wanted to show you, and I got this because this was one of the things I didn't have, one of the dies I didn't have, and that was the dots and spots. Do y'all see this one? Well, that is a free... Hey Jennifer Rial, good to see you. This particular die is more, it's in the list of more to celebrate. Celebration ran out of some items, so they added some items from the catalog, and that dots and spots die is in there. And this is quite a die. It's a big die. And I got it because, like I said, it was one that I wanted. And I think I'm going to really love it. I haven't used it yet, but I did want to show y'all that. That's a really nice size die. It's going to cut out the holes, so whatever you put underneath is going to shine through. I think it's going to be a very versatile piece to have in your craft room. So I'll be playing with that this week, and who knows, well, maybe we'll do something with that next week. But these are all the items that they added in. I have this, and of course I've had these for quite a while. The only thing on here that I don't have is the craft gift box, and I don't know that I'll get those before the end of the celebration period. But I did want to show you that dots and stripes die. We're also going to be working with our deckled rectangles. and I'll show you how all that's going to play in on our card today, and I'll show you which one of these I actually used. All right, I'm going to move the catalog out of our way, and we are going to, oh, one more thing, because I did use this paper. I had totally overlooked this pack of paper in the back. Now, this is the hostess gift, so if you have an order of $150, you can use your Stampin' Rewards to get this pack of paper. It's $18, so it would take a good amount of your Stampin' Rewards. But I want to show you this pack of paper. It's massive and it's beautiful. Uh-oh, I dropped my stamp set. And Toby, he came over to investigate. He's saying it's a good thing I didn't drop it on his head, because normally I drop things on his head. This is that pack of paper, and of course you can see I cut this piece here. So this is the piece we're going to be using. And this paper is called Celebrate Everything. It is a $30 pack of paper, and you might say, why is it $30? But you can only buy it with your Stampin' Rewards for $18. So it is called Celebrate Everything. And this looks like birthday paper to me. I don't know, that just screams birthday. I'm going to stick that in the back so I can kind of thumb through the paper and show you. Hey Brian, good to see you. Let me see, I'm not seeing all of my chat, so I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I've lost my chat completely. I don't know where my chat went, but anyway, we're just going to carry on. Jennifer's going to keep me posted as to what's going on. Look at the back of this. Isn't that not beautiful? You got this on the front that looks very Christmassy with the Christmas candy and the mistletoe. And then when you turn it over, you got this beautiful pink and white on the back, which is lovely. And each piece is like that. So you get four sheets of each design. This one, if you can mute me, Jennifer. This right here gives you a beautiful wave. And then you get some, looks like firecrackers on the back, which would be great for 4th of July. New Year's Eve. I mean, I think this pack of paper is very, very versatile. So if you have an order, right now, just think about it. If you place a $150 order, you could choose this pack of paper for free. Well, no, for $18. You could also, and then use your Stampin' Rewards, so it wouldn't be money out of your pocket. Use your Stampin' Rewards to pay for it. You would also get 3 free gifts from Celebration. So it would be a great time to do that. Look at the little Christmas trees in black and white, and then you got this beautiful green stitch paper on the other side. Then on this one, look at those ornaments. But then on the back side, you've got this. So I love that Stampin' Up! Does this. They give you a lot of options with their paper. Look at that blue. I love, love, love. That looks like the die that we're using, but I didn't use that paper. I used something different. But it is, you've got fall leaves, you've got Halloween. Here's some little ghosts and goblins and jack-o'-lanterns, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful pack of paper. You've got some big, bold pieces and prints, and then you've got some that's more delicate. Good morning, Tina. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. This is a beautiful piece right here. This is in color like the firecrackers I showed you earlier, or the fireworks. That's an old saying, I think, firecrackers, but anyway. Just like I said, it's a beautiful pack of paper, and this is a pack that I think you could use year-round. So I'm going to lay that down and get it out of our way. And remember, this catalog does go through the end of December, whereas our Celebration catalog will be ending on the end of August, along with that new flyer that's ending in August. So all Celebration items go away. What I want to bring to you today, well, first let me go ahead and show you what's going to be our main gift for today. Everybody always loves a freebie. Oh, come on. I'm going out of this for just a minute on my tablet. See if I can get it back and get my chat, because I really want to see what y'all are saying. And I'm going to close that out. And then I'm going to go back in and see if I can. It really helps me if I can see what y'all are saying. There we go. I got it. All right, that worked. That makes me feel so much better, because now I can see exactly what everybody's saying. So anyway, this is the stamp set that I'm going to give away today. And this is Special Moments. It was the celebration item, and I'm not sure how far back it went. I can't remember if it was last celebration or the one before. But this is a great stamp set because it's got a whole bunch of different sentiments in it. And we can always use sentiments. So that's going to be our grand prize drawing. So if you want to be in the drawing today, there's going to be three giveaways. One's going to be this, which is our grand prize. That'll be the first drawing, and then the second drawing will be for the two cards. The second and third drawing will be the two cards we're going to make today. All right, I want to show you real quick how you can use a Christmas pattern paper and not make it a Christmas card. This is the Boughs of Holly paper. It's beautiful, reds and greens, and oh, I mean, it's a stunning pack of paper. Look at the back of that. Oh, so pretty. Poinsettias, nothing screams Christmas like poinsettias. And then you got this beautiful red. But if you notice what I'm seeing in the paper, just like the other pack I showed you, you have your really Christmas pack here, or page. Then you turn it over and you have something that you could use for something else. Here we have, looks like snow. It looks kind of a wintry scene. But look at that beautiful poinsettias on the other side. Trees. But then you've got a wash of green. Look at this one. This one's beautiful. Look at the holly leaves and the holly berries, and the branches. But then you got this beautiful green stripe that you could use for any occasion. I absolutely love what they do with their paper. And I hope the colors are showing to y'all what I'm seeing, because they are stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I'm looking on my monitor right now to see when I turn this. Yeah, it is showing y'all the colors in true color. So we're going to be using this piece right here. Because you can see this is the piece that I cut, and you know what it looks like? And it looks like Santa Claus camouflage. Don't y'all think it does? When I saw that, that's all I could think. It's Santa camouflage. So maybe when Santa is out, out and about, he's wearing his Santa camouflage. I don't know. But anyway, enough of my silliness. Let me pull in this stamp set we're going to use. Potted geraniums. Now I've got some sentiments stuck on the top because I wanted them out where I could get to them. I also have my pots. It's a two-step stamping with most of the items in here. Like this piece here, you have this, and then you can come back and do a two-step stamp and stamp over top. And I'm going to show you what that looks like, because I've already done that stamping, so we could kind of put the cards together quickly. And of course, yes, y'all can hear Bella. She's over here snoring somewhere. Oh, she's upside down under my desk. I mean, totally upside down. All fours up in the air, and she is sawing logs. I'm telling you what, that girl does two things well. She eats well and she sleeps well. All right, let me show you how this two-step stamp works. I'm going to use soft suede, and let me get a piece of Okay, Jennifer doesn't have the number for the Boughs of Holly paper because evidently in my rush of getting everything to her, I did not send it to her. So, but if you are interested in any of these products, if you give me about 30 or 40 minutes depending. Sometimes I have to go get lunch after my live because a lot of times I don't eat breakfast. I'm really bad about not doing that. So give me just a while, and if you go and visit my blog, it will be in the blog, but you have to click on the PDF, the free PDF tutorial, to get the measurements and all of the products that I used. All right, I'm using this little broken piece first, and I'm going to tap that into my soft suede ink, and I am going to stamp it down full strength like that. Then I'm going to grab another stamp block, and I'm going to take the full piece. This is actually the one that's going to give us some shading. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it up, but I'm going to stamp it off. You can see where I was practicing, and I stamped off. And then I'm going to get this right over top of this as best I can, and I'm going to stamp down, and I'm going to give that a good press. And there is our flower pot. Isn't that pretty, the way that, and it looks like the light is kind of shining on the side of it. I love that effect. So that's how I did that one. And I am going to cut that out in a few minutes, but not right this minute. I'm going to move some stuff over here. We'll cut that out in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you what I did. I just wanted to show you how the two-step stamping worked. And what I did in both cards, I kind of mixed using the dies. This set, you can buy this as a bundle. It comes with the dies, and they are absolutely gorgeous because you can cut out a solid piece for and y'all will better understand this. I'm a show and tell kind of girl, so I like to show y'all what it looks like when it's cut rather than just doing it. You also get this beautiful stitched label die, which who doesn't love a pretty label die? We all do, and I thought that was kind of an overlooked piece in this set. But I'll show you what I used as I get to it. So, and what I stamped as I get to it. The first thing that we're going to do, and there's a lot of layers on this card, I have a piece of real red. Let me pull this out from under it so we're not looking at ugly. This is a piece of real red, and this is an A2 size card, so it's classic measurements, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of white. Now I wanted that little tiny border around, so what I did is I cut this, instead of our classic 4 by 5 1/4, I took it back 1/8 of an inch, and I cut it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that gives me that tiny little border around. See how tiny it is rather than the larger border? Then here comes our Santa Claus camouflage. And this piece is now our classic 4 by 5 1/4. Now don't try to write everything down because I promise you that tutorial will go up before the day's out. And then I use the split card textured dies, and I use this piece right here, and I cut my paper to 4 by 5 1/4, the same size as this piece, because I wanted this to go directly over top of that. And see how that tones that down quite a bit just by adding that white over top of it? And isn't that pretty? I think it's stunning. And then you're still going to have that little border that's going to shine on the outside of it. I thought it was just so pretty like that. It gives us a space to work with. So I use my deckled rectangles, and that's these right here. Don't y'all love that deckled? It's got that really, you remember the scissors back in the 90s where you could cut and get all those little decorative edges? I still have some of those scissors stuck over here in my my little circle thing. I got a little carousel that I keep some tools in, and I still have some of my scissors that do this. So I use the 1, 2, 3, the 4th and 5th one from the center. That was the dies that I used. And These are the two pieces I cut. And this is Old Olive, and this is just our basic white. And that is going to go up probably something like that. And guess what? This is the piece we're going to use to build our geraniums. Here's that pot already cut out. So we're going to set our pot down. I think I'm going to set it over to the side. And I have a reason for my madness, and y'all will see that in just a moment. I did cut a piece, and this is crumb cake, and I went back over with my bronze because I wanted it to look kind of rustic. And I'm going to put a little edger on that pot just because I want it to have some more dimension. So we're going to glue everything down once we see all of our pieces. Now remember, I told you that in the stamp set you could stamp these pieces. This is what it looks like when you stamp it. Hey Phyllis, how are you? Welcome in. We're working with the potted geraniums today. When you stamp this, I stamped it first with this one, and I used the Old Olive. Then I used this one and went back over top of it with Evening Evergreen. I had to stop and think which colors I use. But you see how they line up on top of each other? And that's what gives you that two shaded look. I'm going to bring this up to the camera a little bit closer. See how you've got that double coloring in there without coloring? I thought it was absolutely gorgeous like that. So I colored, well, I didn't color, I stamped and die cut 3 of these. And I'm going to show them to you. We might not use all 3 because I think our pot's going to be a little overcrowded if we do. But I want to stick these down in my pot. Yeah, I think 2 is going to be plenty. Then I took those dies. Now let me pull those dies because this is what I wanted to show you. Whenever you buy a die and stamp set from Stampin' Up, let me recommend one thing. Pull it out and play with it, because you will not know what that set can do unless you take it out, cut it, stamp it, color it, and just really do some heavy playing. So what I did is I cut this die and this die using Real Red and Cherry Cobbler. I used this one, the underneath piece, with Real Red, and then I went back with my more detailed piece and cut it out of Cherry Cobbler. And look at that. That is what you get. So when you bring it down and put it onto your card, it's going to look like beautiful geraniums. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, of course, we're going to get everything glued down, and we're going to pop some things up so that everything looks really, really good. Now, this little piece right here, we have a stamp for that. And let me show you. There's our stamp for this. When you stamp it, it looks like this. And then some of the little sentiments inside will stamp inside of that. So I did this one in Daffodil Delight, and then I stamped it with, I think, Poppy Parade or Real Red. I think it might have been Poppy Parade, because I wanted it to look, I wanted something that wouldn't be so harsh with the yellow, but this would kind of stick out inside of our pot like that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I made 3 of these because I wasn't sure how full I wanted my geraniums to be in here. But again, like I said, this is enough for me to do another card by itself. So let's go ahead and see if we can put this card together and see how pretty it's going to be. Are y'all liking it so far? Let me know in the comments. Again, I'm not seeing the comments. They're not scrolling for me. Yeah, for whatever. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. No, I don't think they're scrolling for me. Yes, Jennifer, that paper is gorgeous, and it is double-sided. Just about all of Stampin' Up's papers are double-sided. Unless you're looking at some of the specialty foils. A lot of times with those, they're not two-sided, but most everything else is. All right, I'm going to pull out some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I need some minis. That's what I need. I am going to put this down with some mini dimensionals because this is a tiny little spot right here. You know, geraniums reminds me of my childhood because my grandmother, who raised me, and many of y'all know that, she was, she had a green thumb. And as a child, I can still remember what the geraniums smelled like. They have a distinctive smell, unlike, can y'all see I got static? Y'all should have seen me when I cut the, when I cut this piece. I was playing with this last night before I went to bed, and when I cut this piece and I pulled it off and I lifted it up, all of these little pieces came flying up in my face. It was the static. Evidently I had more static in... Hey Vivian, good to see you, honey. I'm glad you made it. I must have had more static. I mean, they literally just came off, and I never had that to happen before, but I was absolutely covered in bits and pieces from that die. But it was worth it. I got my little Black & Decker handheld vac, and I vacuumed up around my desk and vacuumed myself off, and it was all good. I'm going to hold this up so I can get this exactly where I want it. Oops. The good thing with the dimensionals, you do have a little bit of wiggle room with them. And if you're afraid you're not, put a little dab of glue on them, and that will definitely help you. I really want this pot to look very rustic, and that's what I was going for with the brown and the shaded. But don't y'all think that's beautiful? All right, I am going to start. Y'all know I like to start from the top and work my way down. It's just the way I roll. I think I might do this in the middle now that I know I'm only going to use 2 of them. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on the back of this, and I'll tell you why. I have a reason for wanting to use dimensionals on the back of this. I want this sitting up where I can get stuff behind it. So you notice I'm putting the dimensionals to the bottom because I want this free where I can glue stuff under it. So it'll sit like that. I always tell everybody, and Jennifer can attest to that, there's always a method to my madness. That's always been one of my sayings. So I'm going to set this down right about here. And then I'm going to get some liquid glue, and I'm going to use one of my little bottles with the fine tip on it because I want to get some glue on that stem. And, oops, I got 2. Ooh, look at that glue dripping. No, no, no. Oh, I done made a mess, y'all. Y'all know I can't do anything without making a mess. Y'all know that about me, right? I figure it's like kids playing. You know, if you're not making a mess, you're not having fun. So evidently I'm having lots of fun. Now I'm going to stick that. I want it to come up over top of my pot like it's hanging over. Something like that. Now I'm going to need dimensionals under this. Do you see that? So I'm just going to let that lay where it went. My ink, because I got glue in it, my ink is running a little bit, but that's okay. I am going to go unconventional with these dimensionals, and I am going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and we're going to see if we can slide some under there. Like so. I won't do that on the next one. I'll think ahead and I'll put dimensionals underneath before I put the glue on it. Okay, that's good. Let's pull another one off. Probably could use the little spatula for this, but that's okay. The pick part works too. So lay that one right there, and I think we'll be good. Yeah, that looks good. And if I have to, I'll go back with one of my markers and just color that in so it doesn't look like it's faded color there. It looks like it changed to shaded spruce, doesn't it? So weird the way colors do that. All right, this one I'm going to push in right about there. I want them to hang off because I want it to look like a full pot of geraniums. Now this one I'm not going to need Stampin' Dimensionals on, because you know what? We're going to glue it straight down. But I don't want glue here, I just want glue back here. So I'm just going to do a little. You know why this glue came out so fast? I refilled this little bottle, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm going to lift that up, and I'm going to slide this in. Oh, come on, get in there. Right there. And you know, if y'all remember geraniums, or if you grow geraniums, you know they kind of just go all outside the pot when they get full like that. They're so pretty. And they bloom. I mean, I have seen the hot pink ones. I have seen them where I guess they've crossbred them between the pink and the purples. And they are so pretty. But red, I remember red geraniums because that was like my grandma's favorite color of flowers. She loved red. I think I might get that from her because I love red too. And I'm going to just, I think what I might do with these, I'm going to use some glue dots. I think I might have a little bit better control with some glue dots on the back of these. But I am going to use my Take Your Pick tool to put my glue dots on with, because I just want them on the bottom edge. Might be a little less messy too than using the liquid glue that's going to ooze out. All right, let's try that and see if that works. Oh yeah. Now if I wanted to put, hey Susan, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you so much for dropping by. All of y'all make sure you let Jennifer know if you want to be in the drawing. I'm giving away a stamp set, Special Moments, and it is a sentiment stamp set. It is photopolymer, and there's two sets in here. Brand new stamp set, and that will be our door prize today. And then we will give away these cards that we're making. Y'all know I love to give y'all my cards. And it seems like that y'all have enjoyed getting my cards, so that's a win-win. That makes me happy when it makes y'all happy. Now this one I'm going to tuck. Do I want to tuck it back behind that? You know what? I'm going to do a little surgery. I know what Jennifer's thinking. Ruh-roh. Mama's going to do surgery. That's dangerous. I am going to cut. And Jennifer just said, I always do a good job on Monkey. Her oldest son, and I probably shouldn't be telling this, but when he was a baby, I bought him, we were at Toys R Us back in the day when there were still Toys R Us, and I took this little monkey off of the shelf and just did it in his face like that. And he wrapped his little arms, he was probably about a year old. He wrapped his arms around that monkey and never let go. To this day, he still has Monkey, but Monkey has gone through the mill. So Monkey has to come and visit Gammy every now and then for Gammy to do surgery. So I have to kind of stitch Monkey up. I have a picture where I have a towel laid out on my island in my kitchen, all of my sewing utensils and scissors and new bows and all kinds of stuff for him laying out, and he goes under the knife every now and then because he has to be repaired. Oh my goodness. Don't you just love those grandkids? They are so special. But yeah, I repair Monkey on a regular basis. And even at his age now, I mean, he's going for his learner's permit, and he probably wouldn't want to admit it to anybody, but he still hangs on to Monkey, and he'll let me know if. Hey Heidi, welcome in. I don't recognize your name, so are you new here? Let us know. Everybody give Heidi a big welcome. We are working, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, in case you didn't know, and we are working with a stamp set called Potted Geraniums and the matching dies. And then also a couple of other die sets that are standalone die sets. I like to kind of keep y'all abreast as to what's going on. So what do y'all think about that? Does that look like a geranium, a potted geraniums to you? Does to me. All right, I'm going to put just glue on the back of this and glue that down to that old olive. And I'm going to try my best to center that up as best I can. I think that looks pretty good. Now I am going to go ahead. I got this piece. Oh, you know what? I forgot this. That's okay. I think that'll fit right in there just like that and look pretty. What do you think? So I really didn't forget it, y'all. I didn't forget. Hey, that's my story, okay? I didn't forget. And actually I didn't, because I got it in here. And I'm going to pull that up just a hair so it looks like it's sticking out, which it is. All right, let's go ahead and build the other pieces of our card now. So here is our card. And you know what? I'm thinking I want a white card base. Belle, y'all forgive me just for a minute. I'm going to get me a piece of thick, basic white. I like the thick for my card bases. I changed my mind on the red. So I'll make the changes on my on the PDF that will go up for everybody with all the measurements and everything. So make sure you check out my blog if you haven't. You will find videos over there. You will find PDF tutorials that are free for you to download and keep in your file. There'll be lists of all the products and everything that we used. And also the order numbers in case you want to order anything. You know what? I'm trying to score that on 5.5 and it's a 4 1/4. Y'all, I can't talk and chew gum. Evidently I can't measure and score either and talk. So there we go. There is our card base. And I'm going to use a bone folder and crease that down. If you use a bone folder and you iron, I call it ironing your entire card, it will lay down. It lays a lot better if you iron the whole piece than if you just do one piece. All right, now I want to bring in this piece. I think this is going to look better. This piece needs to be trimmed down. I'm going to take about 1/8 of an inch off of this. Oops. Get the right thing there. Isn't that pretty? And then to tone it down, we'll lay this over top of it. I'm still not getting exactly what I want here, because you know what I wanted? Hey Brian, Jennifer is asking if you want to be in the drawing. I'll let her know, and that way we can make sure that your name goes in the drawing. So just let Jennifer know if you want to be in the drawing for the stamp set. It's the Special Moments stamp set. So anybody that wants to be in that drawing, please make sure you've let Jennifer know. We'll do the drawing at the end of the show. I'm cutting this down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/4, and I think that's going to give me what I want. My layers were not looking like I was wanting them to look. I want it to be the red, and that's still not. You know what? I think this is not as, this card base isn't right. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. cut this card base, y'all. Let me shut up and craft. I need to shut up talking and just craft. I'm thinking my pieces are off when it was really my card base that was off. Holy moly, now I'm going to probably have to cut everything else. We're going to make this work. Oh, let me score. Oh my goodness. Hey, y'all laugh with me, not at me. I don't care. Y'all can laugh at me too. I don't care. You know why? Because I know if y'all laughing at me, you still love me. Just like I love y'all. Like I tell everybody, we're all human and we all make mistakes. It makes no difference whether you're an instructor or not, whether you are a seasoned crafter or not. You can still make a boo-boo very, very easily. Now that looks much better. That's what I was looking for. Now let's see what this looks like. And this is what I was wanting. This is exactly what I was wanting. So what I'm going to do to put glue down on this, I'm going to bring out my little, I just dropped the stamp set. Good thing it didn't hit the dog. I'm going to bring out my silicone craft sheet, and I am going to take some glue. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. No, I'm gonna live life on the wild side. I'm gonna use my little needle nose bottle, and I am going to try to do some fine lines around these wider edges, and then I'm going to come in. No, I'm not. I am going to do it like this, but I might do it with my finger. I'm just going to dab. You could use a sponge dauber, and that's what I was planning on using, was a sponge dauber, but then I didn't pull one out, so you know what? Fingers were made before all these utensils anyway, right? Alright, I'm going to lift that up. Let's move this mess out of our way. And I'm going to put glue on the rest of this. And then I'm going to turn it over. And this piece is the same size as this red. Oh, wait a minute, I want it this way. And I'm going to bring it right to the, well, it was supposed to be the same size. You know, it's not because I cut it down. That's okay. We'll still make it work. I got glue on my work surface, so I'm going to wipe that off. And the glue off of my hands, because I definitely got gluey fingers. And I got some microfiber cloths right here I'm going to use to wipe my, just to dry that off. Those were alcohol wipes, so it wasn't like they were real wet. Alright, so now we can put this down right on top of that, just like that. So I'm going to put glue, and you see it's because I cut this piece down a while ago, it's not quite right there. It doesn't matter, because this is going to be glued down on top of that red anyway. So nobody's going to know except us, and I'm not talking. So let's put this down on top of this red piece. Just like that. And now we can put this on top of that. So I think I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal for this. Y'all be on the watch out for the video that I made. The one that I did Monday that I didn't put up. Here's the cards that I made. This is the one I actually showed online how to make, and this was my prototype. Oops, let me turn it the right way. So I thought those were real pretty. It was another take on playing with circles. So y'all be on the lookout for those. Aww. You gotta love a kitty cat. They are so cuddly and they want to be up on top of you, Marlene. I know. I used to have kitties. Now I got puppies, but you know what? I told Jennifer this morning when I was talking to her, I would love to have a cat, but Toby hates a cat. It would drive him insane. Jennifer suggested maybe if we brought a kitten in, that he, it would kind of grow up with him. He's old. He's set in his ways. Toby is 7 now, and I don't think he would take kindly to a kitty cat coming in his house. I really don't. Now, I'm going to put this up about like that, and the reason I'm putting it up more to the top, I want to leave room down here to stamp. And I think I'm going to use this Reaching Out with Friendship and Caring. Isn't that? Hey Rita, welcome in. And I think I might want to pop this up. I love this. I think it's so pretty. I think I'm going to pop, I don't know, I got so much dimension on that already. Maybe not. Let's just go ahead and use some liquid glue on it. All right. Jennifer's asking me, did I put that stamp set on there? You know what? I'm not sure, Jen. I am not sure. It is Potted Geranium, and it is in the regular catalog. It's not a Christmas. Yeah. Jennifer's got it all straight, so I think we got it straight. So I'm going to stamp that, but my question is this. What color should I use? I'm thinking that I want to use the dark green that's in there. But then again, the old olive would be pretty, and we could always play back on the red. Do you see how many possibilities you could have with these geraniums? I mean, it's endless. I love those geraniums. They look so pretty. Executive decision. Jennifer, let me know what everybody's saying. What color should I do the sentiment in? And we could always do it in the soft suede that would bring in the pot. But I'm really thinking a green or the red. I'm just not sure which one. The old olive, the evening evergreen, or real red. I don't want it to look Christmassy. I want this to look like red geraniums. And I just lost Jennifer. Okay, I think I got Jennifer back on the line now. Dark green. Okay, the consensus is dark green, so we're going to do that evening evergreen. I think that will be pretty. Okay, Jennifer says, okay, wait a minute, the votes are still coming in. If y'all have not... Okay, it looks like the dark greens have it, so we're going to go with the dark green. If y'all have not hit that like button and give me the thumbs up over by the where you can save or share, if y'all could share this video and also give me a thumbs up, that helps me over there in the YouTube world where they watch all the little things like that. And then that helps them promote my video a little bit more, so I get more viewers. And I'm going to line this up right about here and stamp it down. I like that. I think that's really, really pretty. Isn't that a beautiful font? And that's from the Potted Geraniums too. Reaching out with friendship and caring. Wishing you the happiest today and always. There's just some beautiful, there's thank you, smile, friend, and of course the just for you that I stamped right there on that. You got a little piece that looks like a ground, or you could do it as the dirt inside the pot. There's just so much on this little stamp set. It is such a cute bundle. I am so glad that I got it. All right, the inside, since we did white, I'm not going to do the inside right now. I'm going to cut a piece of red and then another piece of white to go on the inside, and I may even stamp a geranium in the corner. We'll play that one by ear. How about that? But that is our first card. I'm trying to decide if I want to put some gems or something on it, and there's a part of me that's wanting to do a little something extra with this, and I'm not sure what. I thought about, we'll do that one on the next one. I'm going to put some gems on this one. Let's see what we want to put. These brush metallics would be cute on there, but so would our red rhinestones, but I don't want it to look Christmassy. Oh my, what do you do? Come on, people, I need some suggestions here. Okay, Jennifer says gold, so maybe these right here might be a good option. The brushed metallic. So let's go with that. I'm going to take Jennifer's suggestion on that one. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I think I'm going to use two of the big ones. I think I'm going to put a big one right here. And a big one right here. And let's do a little one right here. That's pretty. All right, that's our first card. Let's see what I think we've got time enough to put the other one together. This one shouldn't take us long because I don't have to show you a lot of what I did. I got everything cut. I did do this one different because I wanted to show you. This is where I used that beautiful paper that I showed you earlier, the Celebrate Everything. I used the Poppy Parade, a white card base. I used a Pacific Blue, and I used the same deckled rectangles for this. I used the very same die, but I did this one. I did it identical to the other one. The only difference is the blue for this beautiful looks like birthday paper, so this is definitely going to be a birthday card. And then I have the blue just for you that's going to stick out of our pot. Now I do need to cut my pot. Remember I told y'all we'd have to cut that pot out. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. So I'm going to grab that die real quick, and we're going to come over here and cut this. I'm not even going to bring the die machine to the camera because I'd have to move everything to do it, and y'all don't want me to do that, do you? Yeah. Y'all seen die cutting before. If you are new and you need some beginner classes on stamping, die cutting, embossing, heat embossing, anything that measurements, please reach out to me and I will be more than glad to direct you to some of my past videos, or I may even start another video with some beginner techniques. So there's our flower pot, and I need one more thing. I need the little topper for it, and I did that out of crumb cake. So let me grab a piece of crumb cake, well, just a scrap. I know. Jennifer's letting me know that she has nothing to put in for y'all for the second card because I did that one on the fly right at the very end of getting everything together. And I'll be perfectly honest with y'all, I did not even know what I was going to do until last night. And I usually have Monday, I usually know what I'm going to do for Wednesday. But and yesterday, I was just like in a funk all day. I didn't feel good. I couldn't get anything together. and I was at a total loss as to what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. So I threw this together last night and this morning. So that's why Jennifer doesn't have all of the things that she needs to put in for y'all. But it will be on the blog, I promise. It'll be in the PDF tutorial. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to get my... Oh yeah, the little brass butterflies would be so cute. I'll do some butterflies on this one. How about that? Let me get my marker. I'm going to show y'all how I colored the top. In our alcohol markers, you have this set right here. It's the bronze and the ivory, and I used the bronze on top of crumb cake. And all I did was make sure I'm not coloring on anything underneath there. I just went across it like this, and I left it a little streaky because I wanted it to be kind of rustic looking. Because it's hard to be streaky with alcohol markers because they're not streaky markers by any means. Let me go ahead and put those back up so they're not hanging out in the way. And now we can move this out of our way and we can put this together. And again, I'm trying to decide, do I want to... I'm going to glue this one straight down. I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I did the other one. I don't know what's happened to my fingernails lately. I just started taking, I bought a new nail hardener, but my nails started breaking like crazy, and I started taking a multivitamin that is biotin, that is supposed to be for hair, skin, and nails. But my nails just started cracking and breaking so bad that they broke in the quick, and it was so painful. You know, I said I needed to have this up when I put that on there, and I really do, so I can kind of get it lined up where I need it. Okay, that's good. All right, now let's go ahead and I'm gonna build everything on here first, just like I did before. That is just kind of my thing, the way I roll. What I wanted to show you with these. With this, I stamped the geraniums and die cut the leaves. And I wanted to do that to show you what a difference it can make. And I don't think we're going to need but 2 for this one as well. So I'm going to put the extra one over there. I still got some little pieces in here. I thought I had gotten thought I had poked all my pieces out, but I hadn't. Okay, that one looks good. There's one right there. And that one looks good. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to put this up on dimensionals at the bottom just like we did the other one. See if I can find my dimensionals. Hey Brenda, how are you? We're working with the potted geraniums today. So if you are interested in that set, or if you have that set, you may want to go back and watch this from the beginning. This is the first card that we made. Let me show Brenda this one. That was our first card that we made, and we're working on our second one. Alright, so I'm going to put this down right here at the bottom, just like we did the first one. Now with this one, what you're going to want to do is get that going in the right direction. You're going to want to glue this on top of that so it looks like this. So again, here I go with my gluey fingers again. I'm gonna try to hit some of the big spots with the glue. Like so. And then I'm gonna lay that down and line everything up. And like I said, I usually line up better if I can get it up in my hands and actually put it on it that way. Now, yeah, we can see glue through that, but that's going to dry and it's going to be fine. I'm going to lay that over there. I'm going to do the next one. And I'm still seeing little bits and pieces in here. Okay, I think I got them all out. So line that up just like that. And again, I'm going to put glue on here, and I am going to get my glue in around these pieces. Having the little fine tip bottles really does help in getting your replacement of your glue where you need it. And I'm going to hold this up and line everything up like so. Ooh, I got a lot of glue on this one. Okay, I'm going to lay that over there. Let me wipe my sticky fingers because they are definitely sticky. Now I'm going to take one of those, and this is going to go right up here on this little stem. This is a little bit different than the other ones because you got the little stems right there where the geraniums would sit. So I am going to put glue. You know, I need that little craft sheet over here again because, oh, that's not the right one. That's my clean one. Let's use the same dirty one. I'm going to put glue on the top edges of these like that, and then I'm going to set these geraniums up here on top of that. Something like that. And I'm going to lay that over there and let it dry. And I'm going to bring this one over and do the same thing. I'm going to put glue all over these little... Can y'all see what I'm doing? And then we're going to put them on top of here. I'm going to get that greenery to come up in front just a little bit. I think that adds a little bit of reality to it. Like that. Alright, so now we got those done. Let's go ahead and bring our pot over and see if we can get some of our geraniums into our pot. Now, what I want to do is decide how I want these to go in, and I think something like that. That looks really pretty, doesn't it? What I wanted to do with this, I wanted to show you the difference in using the die cuts versus stamping, because I think a lot of times that's where we run into a little bit of confusion when it comes to that sort of thing. I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on this because I want everything to kind of pop a little bit. That might be an overkill, but that's okay. Let's bring this one out. I'm going to take these all, my backers off. And I'm going to guide that down into my flower pot using the stem. I want those leaves to look like they're hanging over top of the pot. Something like that. And then this one, do I want to glue it down flat like I did the other one? Oh, that would be pretty like that. No, I think I want that one like this. I want that one just like that. So I'm going to need a dimensional here and here and here, and glue on that one. So glue here, dimensionals here. And dimensionals here and here. And we're going to put some glue right here. And turn that over, and then we're going to slide that down in there. Might help if I take my backers off. Something like that. What do you think? Oops, you know what? I glued that one down because it was hanging over, but that's okay. That'll give me something when I put this down on the blue for it to kind of stick to. So I think that'll be good. So let's go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. And then set this down, center it as best as you can. Give it a nice little tap. And now we can bring this part of our card over. Oh, you know what? We got to put this on. This one, I think I'm going to have it sticking out this way. Isn't that cute? So let's do some glue right on the front of this and stick that down in there about like that. Alright, so again, we got this piece that we got to do with our little fingers again. You know what, maybe I need to get a dauber out. I thought I had one in a little container. That's alright, I'll use one of these. I've got some clean ones. I was feeling to see if I had one that felt like I'd use glue on it, but I don't. So it's just a clean little sponge dauber, and I'm not going to use this one because it takes too long to get that out of that fine tip bottle. I'm going to use the bigger one. And I'm just going to put myself a amount of glue right there, something like that. And then I'm going to sponge around in there and just sponge that glue all over this piece so that you get enough of glue on it to adhere it to your piece of designer series paper. That's probably a little bit neater than me doing it with my finger, but you know what? Either way works. You got glue on it, that's all that matters, right? So I'm going to take my little bottle and I'm going to put some glue all over this solid piece. And we're going to turn that over, move that out of our way, bring over our little decorative, whoops, doesn't need it this way. Remember, it's the same size, so it should line up. I always say when you got something that's the same size, line it up like this. Just tap it until you get it, and then you can lay it down and press it. I find that the easiest way when I'm gluing the same size to a same size piece. Give that a good press. And now we'll bring this Poppy Parade over. If you don't feel like you got it glued down good, come back and yep, see, I don't have it glued down good. I'm just going to come back in with some glue like that. I think my fingers work better. Like I said, you know, they were our first utensils, was our fingers. So think about when we were babies. Everything we ate went in our mouth with our fingers. So oh goodness gracious. It's funny how babies do that. They want to eat everything, especially the things they're not supposed to have. All right, I'm going to put that on there just like that. So again, I'm going to use my little bottle. And we'll set this down just like so. Give it a good press. And then we can glue this down on top of there. I love a card that has lots of layers. I think it makes for such a rich, really a rich card. Anybody that's come in new, let Jennifer know if you want to be in the drawing. I try to remember to remind y'all of that, because she has taken names down, and we will draw for the winner for these 2 cards, as well as our door prize, which is a stamp set that I've thrown off the front of my desk, and I'll get that in just a minute. Now we can put this on here like so. I want to see if I got room for my sentiment at the bottom, because this one I wanted to say birthdays. And we could use the label and let it come up a little bit, but I wonder, or we could put this down here. Nah, you know, I think that would work just about like that. Yeah, I think I like that one like that. That gives me room down here to stamp my birthday greeting. And I think I'm going to make the executive decision on this one, and I'm going to do it in that Pacific Point. I think it's going to really pop with that blue. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's use this one. I got my Pacific Point ink right here. Uh-oh. Did y'all see what I just did? Look at that. It's a Stampin' Dimensional. Imagine that. The backers of those things are everywhere. Everywhere. That's why I like to wrangle them up with my take your pick tool, and then they go directly to the trash can. And I don't usually have that problem. Let's try that again, because I'm pretty sure I hit my stamp with that that dimensional. So I'm going to come down to the bottom as best I can and stamp. Birthdays are reminders that life should be celebrated. I am just totally in love with that font. So now we can bring this and bring it almost down to where the birthday sentiment is. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know which one I like the best. I think they're both beautiful cards. What do y'all think? All right, let's pull out those butterflies for this one. Yes, everything that I'm using, Carmina, is Stampin' Up. You're talking about the deckled rectangles. Let me pull that die set over here so I can show it to you. Is this what you're talking about? Let me know if she answers, because my chat's still not working. If this is what you're talking about, or were you talking about the acrylic block? Were you talking about the background? That's not a stamp, that's a die. And yes, it is Stampin' Up, and it's called this. Oh, the block, yes. The block. These blocks are Stampin' Up blocks, and they come in so many different sizes. You can have everything from the rectangle ones. There's a larger rectangle, these square ones like that. You've got the little tiny ones like this. They come in every size, all the way up to a giant one, which is like that. So lots of options. You have everything in between. You've got this rectangle one. You can buy them in a set, or you can buy them individual, and they are in the catalog. I think I lost the adhesive off of that one. No, I didn't. I think a butterfly right there on that flower pot would be cute. And then let's do a couple of little ones. Maybe right there. And another little one right about here. I think that's pretty. What do y'all think? And now inside this one I'm going to put a piece of probably the red like I used here and a piece of white. And whoever wins that card will have it ready. All they'll have to do is stamp whatever they want to inside or write a note. And here are our 2 cards we made. Hey Connie, how are you? We worked with the potted geranium stamp set and dies today, and look at these beautiful cards. We also used the split card texture dies and these deckled rectangular dies. Everything that was used today is in the regular annual catalog. So this was, except this paper. The paper that I have behind here, that is in the Christmas catalog, and it's a host gift. You can earn it and only pay $18 for it if you have an order up to $150. Then you can use your Stampin' Rewards to buy it. So it doesn't cost you $18. You just pay for it with your Stampin' Rewards, and it would be like your host gift. So, but you have to have an order of $150, or either have like an online party where you invite other people to order from the catalog, and then you get the sales from that. So if you're interested in doing either one of those, just let me know, and we'll get you all set up for that. But anyway, there's our 2 cards. I hope y'all enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed the difference in stamping versus die cutting. So, and this right here was stamped and die cut, and these were stamped and die cut, and so were these, which this was a 2-step stamp, this is 2-step stamp, and this was a 2-step stamp. But I love, oh, and this said everything was out of the annual catalog. This was not. This paper behind here was the Boughs of Holly, and I just used the back side of one of them, and I thought it gave a great look to this card using the red geraniums. And I could have gone with different colored geraniums on that. The pink would have looked really cute on that one. But I had already stamped my geraniums when I decided to use that paper. So there you go. And I didn't have time to go back. All right, I'm gonna lay these cards right here. Let me go grab that stamp set so we can go ahead and do our drawing. I'll get my puppies out of the way first. I accidentally bumped something on the front of my desk, and when I did, I knocked everything over. But this is our stamp set that we're going to, that's on, excuse me, it's going to be our grand prize. And Jennifer has all your names. I hope if you wanted to be in the drawing, you have given Jennifer your, you've told her yes, so she can put your name in. And if that's so, then we are going to start doing our drawing. So I'm going to come back over here where I can transition back to me. There we go. So, did y'all all enjoy that? I know I did. I had so much fun playing with this stamp set and die set. It was absolutely, I mean, just a joy to play with. And I thought that both of the cards turned out really, really pretty. I'm very pleased with them. And it's nice when cards turn out the way I want them to, because I would hate to give y'all a card that I didn't like. And I think Phyllis witnessed that, because the card that she won that day, the really kind of funky one, I think it was week before last, I made her a different card and sent it to her. I think it was the one with playing with circles, where I had the circles that I cut in half and made the different designs. So anyway, Jennifer, are we ready? All right, Jennifer's going to give me the name for this stamp set. The winner is, hey Autumn. Autumn's talking to her Gammy. Hey Autumn. Carmina, you won the stamp set. Congratulations, girl. All right, let me put Carmina's name on here, and I had my sticky note. Oh, here they are. I knew I had my sticky note because I am one of those people that after the drawing's over, I'll say, oh my gosh, who won this, who won that? So I always like to put a name on it so that I have that. All right, so now we're going to do the one for the first card that we did, which is this one. And the winner for, oh, let me hold it up so y'all can see this card. And the winner of this one is Tina Barker. Congratulations, Tina. All right. And last but not least is this one. And Kathy Watt, you won this beautiful card. Congratulations to Carmina and Tina and Kathy. Congratulations. I am going to put Kathy's name on here. And those are our 3 winners for this week. I hope everybody had a great time. I hope that you'll come and join me again next week. And in between then, like I said, you're going to see these videos go up for how I made these cards. This is the one I actually made online. It wasn't, if I got it upside down, I do. And this one. This one was a little less elaborate than this one because I did do these flowers, but both of them are beautiful. And if y'all want these cards, I'll do the drawing next week and we'll give these away as well. Just let me know in the chat. Both of these cards are gorgeous, and this will probably go up either tomorrow or Friday. It's sitting in there waiting, so I just got to turn it on. And it was my fault. I thought it went up on Monday because that was my Monday's video. And I do try to give y'all something on Monday, Wednesday, well, Monday and Friday or Saturday, and then also my live on Wednesday. So I try to touch base with y'all at least 3 times a week. That is always my goal. but it doesn't always work out that way. But anyway, I'm not going to hold you any longer. It's been about an hour and 20 minutes. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of my crafty family and always showing me so much love. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy of our praise and our honor. So until we craft again, God bless and keep you. I love you all. Bye-bye.